My name is Greg Martin. I'm the Vice President of Maritime Product Management for SES. And today I'm going to talk to you about the cruise business. Our cruise business covers 5 of the 6 major cruise lines, and we have 2 products focused on our cruise customers. The first product is called Cruise Empowered. The second product is called Cruise Empowered plus Starlink Cruise. And I'll just put Starlink as SL. And the third product, which is in both of those products, is Adaptive Traffic Management, which brings everything together. And today I'm going to cover all 3 in detail. For satellite connectivity, we leverage our GEO fleet. SES operates one of the largest GEO fleets, and we also operate a MEO fleet, both our MEO Classic fleet and our Empowered fleet. So connectivity is the first element of our solution. The second element is our service and support business. What brings it all together is our network connectivity, both terrestrial connectivity and connectivity on the ship. So I'm going to put that as Adaptive Traffic Management. All right, so let's talk about a typical cruise ship installation and the cruise expectations of service. So our installation on the ship includes, with our Cruise Empowered product from SES, multiple antennas. So let's say that we have 3 multi-band antennas. This would be CKUKA, and this would be able to support both the GEO fleet and our MEO fleet. And beyond that, which is where the magic kind of happens, is those are connected to our global SES network. So I'm going to denote that as this. This SES network is going to provide all the services needed on the ship. So we're talking about internet services, includes cloud services, so all the services for that. It also includes voice services. You know, this is all the traffic off the ship for cell phones and, et cetera, et cetera. And you're also going to have what we call corporate data. This is all the things that the ship needs to work. So this is their back-end systems and everything behind the scenes that brings it all together. So connectivity comes off the ship into this SES network, and then basically we are in charge of routing that to the broader internet, the other networks beyond. So, this is the cruise line's corporate network. This is the internet. So we're operating both MEO and GEO a lot of times at the same time, routing the traffic where it needs to go, and the ship is moving around the world. So let's continue with this topic and talk about how all this ties together. SES offers, obviously, equipment, basically the antennas. Within the cruise ship itself, there are 2 data centers. Normally they're within, different fire zones. So if there's any trouble in the ship, operations continue. We're providing equipment top of the ship, middle of the ship, the cabling. What's important is actually the people that are on the ship. We have guests, we have crew, we have family groups, we have adults, we have children. Everyone these days is using connectivity. They're trying to enjoy their experience, and they're trying to share their vacation with everyone that's not on the ship. And what's important is that service comes across as seamless, and it comes across all the time as a great service for the guest. So if one person is using a lot of data, it shouldn't affect the 4th person. So we have the ship, we have our SES network, and we have the services. I'm going to basically tie this together with the common elements of our system. So the first element is Adaptive Traffic Management. The next is network services. Network services is cloud, voice, everything off the ship that is important, that's also prioritized. The third element is our service and support. When you have a problem with the service on the ship, the installation of new equipment, how it all ties together. And the final element is how we're continuously optimizing and increasing the experience for the guest crew and the cruise line. So I'm going to call this future-proofing. And this includes things like our new product, Cruise Empowered plus Starlink Cruise. This includes enhancements to our Adaptive Traffic Management system, et cetera. There's 2 variants of this joint product with Starlink. There's the 1.5 gig variant and the 3 gig variant. The 1.5 gig variant includes 500 megs of MEO, so that's MEO Classic, that's MEO Empowered. And it's important to note that is protected. Basically, part of that is CIR, part of that is EIR, MIR, and cruise lines value that very, very heavily. And the other element is 1 gig of Starlink connectivity. 10 terminals on the ship. Each terminal offers approximately 80 by 20 service, and that combination is the 1.5 gig product. Above MEO coverage, above and below the 50-degree mark, this also includes a geo backup connectivity. The second version is our premium product, which is double the capacity of the Pro product, 1.5 gig Pro product, 3 gig premium product, and approximately the connectivity for these is doubled. So we have the premium product, and that includes 1.2 gigs of MEO. And again, that's our global MEO system, which I've talked about. And that also includes 1.8 gigs of Starlink. And the Starlink on the ship actually is divided by the number of antennas. The Pro product is going to have 10 Starlink terminals on the ship. They need full coverage, full line of sight to the constellation. Those Starlink terminals are going to route across the network. So we have the Starlink terminals on the ship. It connects through the internet, their ground stations, and goes to the actual Starlink internet. And this all comes together with our adaptive traffic management system. And this optimizes the Starlink, this optimizes the SES connectivity, the MEO and GEO, other connectivity, and what's happening on the ship. Very important part of our infrastructure, very important part of our product. There's different types of traffic on the ship. We have internet traffic, we have voice traffic, we have corporate traffic. That traffic over a 24-hour period changes. There's movement of the ship, and people's expectations vary depending on the time of day. Passengers are most active during the waking hours, so the passenger traffic is going to slowly pick up in the morning and is going to go higher and higher. The crew traffic is going to start in the evening, and the crew is most active, however, the overnight hours, believe it or not. You have to change the configuration of the system based on time of day. You also have the corporate data traffic. They basically have more bulk transfers at night, and then during the day it's going to come down. You're going to have an element of voice traffic with the crew using it heavily, and then it's going to go down for a while, and then it's going to go back up. You also have a time element. The time element is the location of the ship. So the ship could be in a port, and the two types of port visits, embarkation and visit to a port, which is just part of the cruise. And then you have sea days. So sea days have much different traffic expectations, and everyone is using the internet, basically to take photos, to watch videos, etc. Heavy internet traffic of many different types. And the crew members at night are also using the internet heavily. On a typical day, you might go through 3 or 4 different configurations, and these are settings in the system. Take that times a week, take that times the location of the ship, configuration A, certain days, configuration B, the other days. And this is going to change week to week, and as the customers and as the cruise lines' expectations change. To bring it all together, the cruise lines' expectations of what they're wanting out of the system, a continuous optimization. They're going to want reporting. This is real-time reporting and also reporting on demand. That means weekly summary reports, daily reports, etc. And they're going to want to know how the guest experience is on the ship. They want to know that the system is going to provide the best possible experience 24 hours a day to the passengers and the crew. We're super excited to offer these products in the market. They're very well received by the cruise lines. We provide the best experience on the market. Everyone knows that. That's why SES is working with 5 of the largest 6 cruise lines. That's why we have the highest throughput standardized products with our partnerships that I've gone through and mentioned. And it's why we've invested heavily in adaptive traffic management, service support, etc., etc. So I want to thank you for your time and have a great rest of your day.